Right, so I've started the recording and now I'm going to share the screen. Okay, so I've shared the screen today. We'll talk about a few past paper questions. So let's get started. Just like our routine, I would let you guys think about all the questions as well, and then I'll be talking about the solution. Okay, so here's the first question. It says, the vertices of a square ABCD lie on the circumference of a circle with radius 8 centimeters. Calculate the area of the square. Now, for finding the area of the square, we need either of the sides. Like if we have any side, we can just square it because all the sides are same in case of a square. But how do we find that side? Okay, so what do we know? The only piece of information is that the radius of the circle is 8 centimeters, which means the diameter is going to be 16 centimeters. Now we know that this side is 16 and we have two more sides. So isn't this a right angle triangle? If let's say this is x, this would also be x because we know in case of a square, all the sides are same. So this is a right angle triangle, two sides are same. We can easily find x by using Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So the square of x plus the square of x would be equal to the square of 16. So this would give us 2x squared equals 16, and this 16 squared. So x squared is going to be 16 squared by 2, and now I need to take the under root on both sides. So x would turn out to be, you can just do it directly. It would be 8 under root 2, and obviously x squared would be the square of this, so that is going to be 128. So 128 centimeter square is the answer for the first question. Okay. You could have just, stopped at this point and claimed that this would be the answer because this was x squared as well. Or you could have just, first calculated x, that would be one side of the square that, and then you can just find it out. So this totally depends on you. It is just a 2-mark question. So if your working is less, you would get marks because it is just for 2 marks. Okay. Any doubts with the first part of question number 2? All the students, please confirm this.
Yeah, I understand. No doubts.
Okay, all right, perfect. Let's talk about the second part. It says calculate the area of the shaded segment. So we need to find the area of this shaded part, and we already have the area of the square. Okay, now I'll zoom out just to see how many marks this question has. Okay, it is just a 3-mark question. All right. Now, if we calculate the area of the circle and we take out the square from it, what is going to happen in that case? I would get the area of these 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I can divide this by 4 to get the area of one part only. That would be this. Okay, let's see. So the area of this circle would be pi r squared minus 128. So this is going to give you 64 pi minus 128. That is 73.06. Yes, very good, Saneem. Excellent. And now we are going to divide this by 4 in order to find the area of one part only. And that is going to give us 18.3. So this is going to be the answer for this part. Yes. Any doubts, Turhan, Saneem, and Maria?
No.
Okay, Saneem, is that okay?
Yeah, this.
Okay, all right, perfect. Then it says calculate the perimeter of the shaded segment. So this is easy. I'm just going to wait for some time. I would let you guys do it. You need to find the perimeter of the shaded part. Okay, so here it is. This is the shaded part right in front of you. Please calculate the perimeter. Okay, I'll mute and I'll wait for 2 minutes. You can just type the answer in the chat box. Yes, well done, Salim. Excellent. So let's do it together. Okay. Now we need to find the perimeter of the shaded segment. So we can find the perimeter of the circle first. That is very simple. It is 2 pi r and it would be 2 pi 8 and this would give us 16 pi. Now this 16 pi is the perimeter of the complete circle. We have 4 equal parts. So I'll divide it by 4 and this would give me 4 pi. We are not done yet. This 4 pi is just giving me this curved boundary. Since we're talking about the perimeter, so I need to add this side as well, and that turned out to be 8 under root 2. So this is going to be the complete answer. And once we simplify this, so we would get 23.9. So this is going to be your answer. All right, okay. So this was the first question. I assume that everything was clear. Let's talk about this one. Turhan, this is especially for you. So let's do it. Okay. It says, make T the subject of the formula S equals K minus T squared. Okay. Now we need to make T the subject of the formula. That means we need to separate T on one side. So I can just take T squared here and S on the other side. So this would give me T squared equals K minus S. And now I can take under root. So this would give me K minus S. Now we know whenever we are taking under root, we have plus minus. So if you forget it, that is okay, but try adding it because you would not lose marks in the marking scheme. We have brackets around this part, so it is optional. But since when we are taking under root, we are not sure about K and S, so we do add plus and minus with it. So it would be plus minus under root K minus S. All right. So this was the first part. Now for the second part, it says factorize x squared minus 25. Now, when we look at it, there's no similarity. There's nothing coming common in x and 25. Both the terms are very different. But we do see that we have a formula that is difference of squares. And we can write it as a plus p into a minus p. So I can write down this x squared minus 25 here, x squared minus 5 squared, and this would give me x minus 5 into x plus 5. So the answer is going to be x minus 5, and x plus 5. This is going to be your answer. All right. Okay. Let's talk about the second part. It says simplify x squared minus 25 divided by x squared minus 2x minus 35. Now for the numerator, we have already simplified it in the previous part, so I'll write it down directly. X minus 5 into x plus 5. And for the denominator, we need to simplify this. So you can simplify this using middle term breaking. You need two numbers such that when you multiply them, you get minus 35, and when you add it, you get minus 2x. So the two numbers would be minus 7 and 5. So it would become x squared minus 7x plus 5x minus 35. Okay, now let's simplify this. Numerator would come as it is. Nothing would happen to it. And this would become, I'll take x common. So x minus 7 plus 5, x minus 7. And this would become x minus 5 into x plus 5 divided by x plus 5 into x minus 7. X plus 5 and x plus 5 would be cancelled, and the final answer is going to be x minus 5 divided by x minus 7. Yes. Any doubts with this, Saneem, Turhan, and Maria? Anything that you have not understood?
No, ma'am.
No, it's clear.
Okay, perfect. All right, very good. So let's talk about the third part. Now it says, write as a single fraction in its simplest form. Okay. Now this is a separate question, like separate part. It's not related to the first one, so I can do it directly. Okay. Let's do it. So we need to simplify this. So what do we see? We see that we have a plus sign here. Please do not add the numerator and numerator whenever your denominators are different. Okay. Step one is to get the same denominator. For that, I'll multiply the denominators because I'm basically trying to take the LCM. So this would be x into x plus 1. Now, in order to get x plus 1 here, I would be multiplying it with x plus 1. Since I'm multiplying this part with x plus 1, so I would be multiplying this with the numerator as well. So this would become x plus 1 into x minus 8 plus 3x, and I need to multiply x, and then I need to multiply x into x. Let's simplify this. X into x would give me x squared minus 8x plus x minus 8 plus 3x into x would give me x squared divided by x into x is x squared plus x. Let's just simplify the numerator now. So x squared plus 3x squared, I'll be adding the like terms. 4x squared minus 8x plus 6, I would be subtracting them. Minus 7x minus 8 divided by x squared plus x. All right. Okay. Now this is going to be your answer. Now, once you're done till here, you can think about factorizing the numerator again, and it could be that you are able to simplify this because it says simplest forms. But since it is just a 3-mark question and we already did so much, so this is going to be the answer. And if I check out the marking scheme, yes, for the marking scheme, this is also, yeah, they also have the same answer. Okay. So the answer would be 4x squared minus 7x minus 8 divided by x squared plus x. This is going to be the answer. Now, obviously, I know that if you will do middle term breaking and if you start factorizing this again, you would not be able to, and you would not be able to cancel the numerator and denominator. But since you guys would be doing it on your own. And it says simplest form. So you would certainly try factorizing the numerator once again after adding up both the fractions, just so if you can just, cancel out something, you can, and then that would be the answer in simplest form, right? Okay. Anyways, this would be the part C of this question. All right. Let's talk about the fourth part. Okay. Now it says find the integer values of n that satisfy the inequality test. What is the inequality? It says 18 minus 2n is less than 6n and 6n is less than equal to 30 plus n. So I need to find some values of n which satisfy this inequality. All right, let's write this inequality in two parts. 18 minus 2n less than 6n, and then 6n less than equal to 30 plus n. So I've separated this into two inequalities. I can take the 6n to that side. So 18 is less than 6n plus 2n, and 18 would be less than 8n. So 18 by 8. So n is greater than 18 by 8. Okay. Now you can just simplify this 18 by 8 just so you know the decimal number exactly you would be getting in this case, and that would be 2.25. So 2.25. N is greater than 2.25. All right, let's simplify the second part. So I'll take n on this side. 6n minus n less than equal to 30. 5n less than equal to 30, and n is less than and equal to 6. Now what do we see? I can combine this again, and this would give me 2.26 less than n less than equal to 6. So we are not done yet. This is basically telling me that whatever n is, it would be greater than 2.26 and it would be less than or equal to 6. I'm looking for the integer values. I'm looking for the whole numbers between this range. So the answer is going to be, this is the number line, this is 0, it's 2, then we have 2.26 or 2.25, whatever it was, and then this is 6. So my range is from 2.26 to 6. I am looking for all the whole numbers in this range, so it would be 3, 4, 5, and 6 because it is a dotted line. So it would be 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the answer is going to be 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we are going to have 4 integers coming in this range. Yes, any doubts with the fourth part?
No.
Okay, very good. And Saneem and Turhan, is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Turhan, did you
Yes.
understand this question? All right, okay, perfect. Let's talk about the next one. Okay. All right. Now it says the diagram shows two ports L and M and a buoy M. The bearing of L from P is 201. So from is P. So we talk about the angle from this side, and that is going to be 201. And LP is 248 kilometers. That is clear. The bearing of M from P is 127. So which angle is 127? This angle, the green one, is 127. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, and PML is 42 degrees. That is there. Use the sine rule to calculate LM. All right, now we need to calculate LM, this length basically. So can you guys try this question out? I'll wait for 2 minutes, and if you're not able to do it, then I'll do it. Yes, very good. Excellent, Saneem. Well done. Okay. So let's do it now. So we know that we are interested in finding out LM. We need to use the sine rule. So we need this angle. We need this angle. So if red angle is 201 and if the other one is 127, so how do we do it? We need to find the difference of 201 and 127, and that would be 74. All right. So this angle is 74. We have 42 on this side, we have 74, and we need to talk about this side. Okay. So if I talk about the sine rule, you can say it is A over sine A equals B over sine B, and you can write it down other way around as well. Both of them are equivalent, so it is your choice. So A is 248 divided by sine 42 equals B is yet to be calculated, and sine B is sine 74. Okay. Now we will simplify this. We will make B the subject. So this would turn out to be 356. And this is going to be the side LM. All right. So this was the first part of this question. It was a 4-mark question. So you need to do all the necessary working. You need to show that why the angle was 74, not only by plotting there, but also by mentioning it. Okay. All right. The second part is interesting. It is a 3-mark question. It says, a ship sails directly from L to P. Now there's a ship and it's going from L to P directly. Calculate the shortest distance from M to LP. Okay. Now we are looking for the shortest distance from M to LP. So this would basically be a line that is perpendicular to LP and it's touching M like this. So this is a triangle again, and this angle is right angle triangle. So always remember, for shortest distance, we use this property that the line should be perpendicular to the other line. Okay. Now we need to find the shortest distance. So we are interested in finding out this side X. So what do we know? We have 90 degrees angle. We know it is a right angle triangle. We have 74. We can find the side PM using this angle. So what would be this angle? 74 plus 42 is 116. So we know sum of angles in a triangle is 180. 180 minus 116 would give you 64. Using this 64, first we will spend time in finding out PM. Once we have PM, we can use simple trigonometric ratios and find out X. Okay. Let's see how to find out PM. All right, here it is. Okay. So again, for finding out PM, I will write it down as PM divided by sine 64 equals 248 equals sine 42. Now this is basically going to give me PM, and you can just cross multiply and simplify this. So this should give you PM equals 333.12. Please check this. This should be your answer. I'll wait for a minute to simplify this and make sure that you guys are getting the same value. Okay. This was PM. Okay. Once we have PM, that turned out to be 333.12. We need to find X. So we have the hypotenuse side. This is a right angle triangle. The side opposite to right angle is the hypotenuse side. We have that. And we are interested in the perpendicular side opposite to 74. So what trigonometric ratio can be used for this case? Okay, we have the hypotenuse side. We are looking for the perpendicular one. So we can do it this way. Sine theta equals perpendicular over hypotenuse. Okay. So this would give me, yes, very good, Saneem, excellent. So this is going to give me theta was 74. Perpendicular side is to be calculated. Hypotenuse side turned out to be 3.312. So the perpendicular side would be 320 kilometers. Okay. So the answer is going to be 320 kilometers. This turned out to be 320. All right. So this was this part of the question. Okay. Now here we have another interesting part. It says the ship leaves L at 2:40 at 20:45. So this is a 24-hour clock and travels at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. Calculate the time the next day that ship arrives at P. All right. So 20:45 means 8:45 p.m. The speed is 40 kilometers per hour. It's going from L to P. You guys would be doing it. From L to P, the distance is 248. Okay. So I'll just write it down. LP is 248 kilometers. That is it. I'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Please work out this answer and just share the working on chat, like the answer directly. You need to find the time. Yes, well done, Saneem. Turhan, can you please tell me the answer? I'll just wait for another minute. I would want you to participate as well. Please tell me the answer, okay?
Ma'am, I understand.
Sorry, say it again.
One second, ma'am, just finishing.
Okay, sure. I'll wait.
I think ship leaves at 2:57 a.m.
Yes, very well done. Excellent, Maria. Yes, it would arrive at 2:57 a.m. Very good. Very good. That is
Yeah.
correct. So either you can give the answer in the 12-hour clock by writing it down as 2:57 a.m. or you can use the 24-hour clock and you can write down the answer as 0257 because the examiner is using the 24-hour clock. Okay. So that is very good. So the answer would be either it is 2:57 a.m. or 0257. All right, so this was the question which we were talking about. Okay, any doubts with this one? Anything that you were not able to understand?
No, it is clear.
Okay, all right, perfect. Right, so let's talk about the next one. Okay, now this is also a very simple question, but I just wanted to talk about it because of some of the next parts it has. Okay, it says simplify giving your answer as a single power of 7. So 50,
Um,
sorry, yeah, yes, say it now.
7 to the power of 11.
7 to the power of 11. Very good. So when bases are same, powers are added. 7 to the power of 11. The next one.
7 to the power of 10.
Very good. 15 minus 5, and this is going to be 7 to the power of 10. All right. And what about the third one? That is also simple.
49.
Yes, for 49 is the
7 to
value.
the power of 2.
Yes, so you write it down as single power, so 7 squared. Very good. Okay. So this was the first part. All right. Now we need to simplify this. So we have 3 outside and everything is inside the bracket. So I can write it down as 5 cubed x to the power 2 into 3 multiplied by 2 cubed into x to the power 3, and then y has power 4 multiplied by 3. So 3 was outside. I've multiplied 3 with all the powers. Okay, this would give me 125 x to the power 6, 8 x cubed y to the power 12. And now we need to simplify this. So this 125 into 8 would give me 1000. This and this, they are two same numbers, bases are same, so powers would be added. X to the power 6 plus 3 would become 6 x to the power 9, and this is y to the power 12. All right, so we can write down the answer quickly. This is going to give us 1000 x to the power 9 y to the power 12. So this is going to be the answer. All right, this was also an okayish question. Let's talk about the third one. This is interesting. Okay, now we have P and we have Q, and we are interested in finding out the highest common factor of P and Q. Okay, now for that we need to write down 540 as a product of its prime factors as well, just like we have C. So yes, you guys can tell me the prime factorization of Q. We can do it on one side. So this is 540. 2 would be a factor. I would get 270. 2 would be a factor. 135. 3, because sum of 1, 3, and 5 would be 9. That is a multiple of 3. And then it would give me 45. Again 3. This would give me 15. And then I have 3 again. This would give me 5, and 5 and 1 1. So I got 540 equals 2 squared into 3 cubed into 5. Now we are talking about the highest common factor. Okay, so we need to take out the common terms which are coming in common basically. So what are the common terms in this case of P and Q? Or in short, if you know, if you can just find it out through your method as well, that is completely acceptable. Okay, so 2 squared is common in both. We have 2 squared here, we have 2 squared here as well. 2 squared is common, and then 3 cubed is common. That is it. 7 and 5 are not common, so this would give you 4 into 27, and that is going to be 108. So the answer would be 108 for HCF. Now we are interested in finding out the lowest common multiple. For the lowest common multiple, we are writing down the common factors once only, and the repeated ones, and then the uncommon ones as well. Okay, so we are basically writing down both of them. So let's write it down. It is P, so it would be 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 into 3 into 3 into 7. And then for Q, we have 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 5. Let's talk about the common ones. This is common. This is common. Then this 3 is common. All the 3s are coming in common. And then this one and this one is also common. So we'll write down the common ones once only. 2 into 2, and then 3 into 3 into 3. So I've written down the common ones once only, and now I'll write down all the other ones. So it is 2 cubed into 7 into 5. So this is going to be the answer. To simplify this and tell me the value, whatever you guys are getting. It should be a big number. This is 30,240, and that is the correct answer. So for HCF, we are talking about the common ones only, and for LCM, we're talking about the both of them. Okay, all right. This was a good question. Let's talk about this one. Now, P multiplied by R is a cube number where R is an integer. Okay, now R is some integer. We don't know what exactly R is, but when you're multiplying P with R, that makes it a cube number. Find the smallest possible value of R. This is P. Let's just write down P here. All right. This is P. And now in order to find the value of R, what do we know? For P into R to be a cube number, I need to multiply numbers such that all the existing values get cubed, or a multiple of 3 basically. So if we have 5 here, I need to multiply another 2. If we have 7 here, I need to multiply 7 squared, and this would give me 2 to the power 6 into 3 cubed into 7 cubed. So this would be certainly a cube number. So what exactly would be a possible value of R? I multiplied 2 and I've multiplied 7 squared, so it would be 2 into 49. So this is going to give us 98. That is the correct answer. So 98 is the smallest possible value of R. Okay. Any doubts in this part or in this question?
No.
Okay. And what about you, Saneem and Turhan? Please confirm this.
No questions.
All right. Okay. Okay. Then yes. Turhan, this part is for you. Please try doing it. I'll give you 2 minutes and then we'll do it. Okay. Because you wanted me to talk about these questions. So it's good that we try first and then I'll help you with these.
Is it x plus 4, x minus 7?
Okay, so you are done with the first part. All right, just give me 1 second. X minus 4, x, sorry, say it again.
X plus 4, x minus 7.
Very well done. Excellent. Yes, that is correct. Okay, that is correct. So we will do it by middle term breaking. And this is going to give us x plus 4 into x minus 7. Very good. Okay. Yes, I want all of you to try this out. Now we need to factorize this. Okay. Now, for factorizing this, you don't have to expand this first and then factorize it because that would take too much time. For factorizing this, I can already see that this term and this term, they are already coming in common. So I can take a plus 2b out and I would be left with 7 into a plus 2b plus 4a. So I can just simplify this part and this would give me a plus 2b was the first factor and the second one would be 7a plus 14b plus 4a, and this would become a plus 2b and 7a plus 11a plus 14b. This is going to be the answer. It would be a plus 2b and it would be 11a plus 14b. All right, and now we just have one last part for today, that is this 4-mark question. Let's do it quickly. So I'll just write it down this way. Okay, it says find an expression for y in terms of x. So what do we see? We can see that we have 3 on this side, 3 to the power 2x minus 1. And then on the other side, we have this as well as this. We need to find out an expression for y in terms of x. And at the moment, x and y are in the powers. So I need to do something such that my bases are same. Thus, so I can equate the powers. So left side is good. It's simplified already. For the right side, I can write down this 9 as 3. So I can write it down as 3 squared. And I have x already. And then this was 3 to the power 2y minus x. I can take this thing to the numerator and this would give me, or let's do another step first. Let's just multiply 2 and x. This would be 2x minus 1 equals. So this 2 into x would give me 2x. 1 by 3, 2x into 3, 2y minus x. This would be 3, 2x minus 1, and this would give me, I can take this to the numerator. So 3 to the power minus 2x multiplied by 3, 2y minus x. When my bases are same, powers can be added. So 3 to the power 2x minus 1 equals 3 to the power minus 2x into 3 to the power 2y minus x. Now I can just simplify this and write it down as one base. So I was supposed to do it here. Plus 2y minus x, and this would give me 3 to the power 2x minus 1 equals 3 to the power minus 2x minus x would make it minus 3x plus 2y. Okay, now when the bases are same, I can directly equate the powers. So it would give me 2x minus 1 equals minus 3x plus 2y. I need to find an expression for y in terms of x. So I need to make y the subject. I'll take this minus 3x to this side. 2x plus 3x minus 1 equals 2y. It would become 5x minus 1 equals 2y. And in order to make y the subject, I would be dividing 2. So it would give me y equals 5x minus 1 by 2. and this is going to be the answer. Yes. Any doubts for this part? Please be honest with yourselves and tell me if you were not able to understand anything.
Understood. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay, welcome. And Sareem and Turhan, what about you?
Understood.
Okay, all right. So I assume that everything was clear. So we discussed these questions today. I'll scroll up again. Just so if you have any questions, you can ask me. All right. So I'll stop sharing the screen.